What is up, real estate family? My name is Mr. W and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, if you are a real estate agent or if you are a real estate broker and you want to achieve two things, okay? If you want to generate more leads and close more deals, then sit back, relax, because I'm going to give you one of the best tips that I have received, especially from a top producer, on how to close more deals for your listings, okay? So here's the very quick, easy and simple tip. Okay, so now that he actually mentioned it, for me, I actually started realizing that the leads that I provide for the real estate agents or the brokers, at the end of the day, I always say to them that, listen, you want to follow up immediately, preferably between, 60 minutes, the minimal, and the latest, I'd say after at least 12 hours. But I always say you want to follow up within the same day, okay? And I've noticed that some of them would follow up, right? They would get appointments, they would pre-approve them, but they would always lose the deal out to maybe another agent, or just something would always go wrong, between that process. They would never actually get to the point of being under contract, and look, at the end of the day, for me, my main goal and my main purpose is to help you close more deals. But if you're not closing more deals, but I'm providing the leads, and it seems sort of like things are going well, but then up until some point, it's either you're stagnant or, they decide to go with someone else, then I know that it's not my problem in a sense, but it's maybe a problem that you're currently having with that specific client. So it's a very arduous and sensitive issue. Main reason why is because sometimes the agent will come and blame someone like me by saying, oh, you gave me crappy quality leads. But how is that lead crappy or not high quality if, one, they got approved from the mortgage lender, okay, and it seemed like everything was going under process, okay, but then right before you're about to get under contract, they chose someone else. That's not on me, and I was having this conversation with one of the top producers of Arizona, and he said something very important to me, and I was like, actually, this is right. And I was like, you know what, I need to make sure that I shoot this video so that I can just give you guys this tip, because this is literally just a tip that is just, honestly, at the end of the day, when I spoke about it with some of my real estate clients, the ones who went through that problem, the minute I mentioned it to them, it's sort of like a light bulb hit in their head, and they were like, actually, maybe that could be the reason why, a lot of them would either go for, a family, relative, real estate agent or somebody else, okay, instead of them, even though they initially chose them. So here's one of the main reasons why. Now, for some of you guys, it may sound rudimentary, some of you guys it may sound common, but at the end of the day, right, common sense isn't so common. And I think sometimes as a real estate agent, you get so caught up in your day-to-day work life that you actually forget that, what you're doing or what you're providing is a service, right? You're basically being an all-rounder person. You're providing so much. You're an advisor. You're basically their psychologist. You're doing so much for them, right? Not just business-wise, but also on the personal side. And I understand that, you obviously want to build a fine line between the business and the personal, because I do understand that certain agents, now sort of have to take on the emotional baggage that most either buyers or sellers give them. Okay, so obviously you want to ensure that they do respect you, but at the end of the day, you are still a trusted advisor for them. Okay, why? Because this is a very, it's a critical point of their life. When it comes to selling or buying real estate, this is something that's super important for them. It's a huge decision, right? But here's the biggest mistake most real estate agents make. And this is the tip that the top agent told me. He told me that the problem with most real estate agents is that they treat the transaction like a business transaction. It's more business on the agent when they should be focusing on being more personal. Once you're more personal, once you're more sensitive, once you're more empathetic, okay, one, that builds rapport. Two, that builds an immense amount of value and trust with them, because not only do they see that you are being there for them, but it also shows that you care and you understand, right? You're being empathetic, you sympathize with the issues that they're going through. Why? Because it could be the process, you know, the processes can get also a bit convoluted and arduous because they have to go through this and go through that, and they stress too much. And then they've also got their own personal problems. So at the end of the day, you want to be a little bit more personal. You want to have a personal touch with the transactions. And the reason why is because that's going to help them trust you more. Okay, you are someone who they put in their 100% whole trust in. Okay, and in order for them to be comfortable, right, in order for them to give you the commission that you want, you need to display that. And the minute I started, you know, basically just regurgitating all of that to some of my clients who I could see that they were having a problem within the process, right? Those who weren't really getting under contract, but were before that were really closing in the appointments, and, you know, clients were being pre-approved. That's when things change for them, you know? And I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like it's super important. I really want you guys to understand that, yes, you know, you guys do go through a lot, and it's very hard to, you know, separate the two, especially when it comes to being more personal and understanding that it is a personal and a huge decision for your client. You want to ensure that you always, okay, add a personal touch and understand that it's personal. Therefore, because this transaction is more personal for them, you want to ensure that you accommodate them and you want to make them feel comfortable and safe and happy. The more you make them feel comfortable, right, making this huge decision, right, in their life, then this is essentially where, one, they will stick with you, two, they'll give you referrals, and number three, they'll be your biggest fans. Because at the end of the day, you want to have fans. You want to have people that are raving about your service. Okay, it's not about providing, like, it's not about this secret tactic or taking this magic pill and then all of a sudden you're this top agent. Okay, yes, marketing, advertising is super important, but you want to ensure that you are supportive, you are there for them, right? Making sure that that entire transactional process is personal and understanding where they're coming from. Okay, once you can provide that for them, oh man. You're really gonna start seeing a lot of growth in your business. Why? Because now you have a fan, a loyal person who is going to be an advocate for your brand, for your business. Okay, and that's essentially what you want, because that person is going to refer you tons of business. Okay, they're gonna speak about you, they're gonna write good reviews about you, they're gonna do video testimonials for you, in which you can then leverage that and then create ads. Okay, and let me tell you something, right? People are easy to read certain situations. Okay, if you're gonna pretend to be more personal with the transaction, they can tell. Okay, you'd be so surprised at how people can read, you know, certain agents. And that's the thing, some agents have this bad reputation. Okay, and again, it's because of certain agents who are just chasing the check, chasing the money. Okay, you do not want to be that agent. You want to be the agent that shows that you care. Because the more that you show that you care, the easier it is, you know, for you to, one, close the transaction. But it's not just about closing the transaction and making the commission. Okay, it's about the long term, right? The more clients you get like them in the long term, the easier it is for you to then 10x your business. A lot of the top producers that I have worked with have, you know, hundreds of those clients, right? Those super loyal fans, and those, basically they're super loyal fans. Okay, they're 20%. Goes back to the 80-20 rule, you know, 80% of your revenue is going to come from 20% of your clients. And that's essentially where they're getting most of their revenues. The reason why they're top producers, okay, because they have advocates. They've got brand advocates for their business. But some of them don't even really need to invest in advertising, but they do it. Why? Because they want to spread their word. And most of their advertising is no longer about, you know, listing ads or, you know, creating pre-foreclosure ads. Most of their ads, to be honest, is more testimonial ads, because they're looking at the long term. So that's where I see most of the difference is with the top producing real estate agents. They're not chasing the check, they're chasing the relationship. But then most other real estate agents are chasing the check. Okay, and I understand, you know, sometimes because, you know, it also goes back to the Maslow hierarchy of needs. You need to fulfill your basic needs. And the thing with the top real estate agents is that they've already fulfilled their basic needs. So now their highest fulfillment is by helping people. But now if you're just starting off as a new real estate agent, You need to make sure that your bills are paid, that you've got a roof under your head, you know, that you're providing for your family. And that's why normally when I work with top agents, for them it's more on the private consultation training side, where I show them that this is what works for you guys, because I know you're not necessarily focused on, you know, getting more lead listings. You're focusing more on helping more people. And then now I have the other real estate agents who want to build their brand, but at the same time need to ensure that they keep the lights on. And that's why we always focus on, you know, the strategic brand, the strategic lead gen brand building strategies, which are in my videos as well. You can check them out on my YouTube channel. That's really going to help you get to where you need to be. But I trust you guys got a lot of value from this. The first time I created a video that's under 15 minutes, I didn't want to go off too long with this. But I trust you guys got a lot of value from this one tip, and just implement it. Be more personal with your transactions and watch your business grow. But anyway, guys, if you found a lot of value from this, click on the subscribe button as well as clicking on the notification bell just to let you notified each and every single time that I upload, as well as liking the video. But that's it from me, guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.